Hi everyone, this is Divya here and welcome to String Diary. So today we're going to learn how to make the half filled square stitch. So let's have a look at the stitch. If you can see, the name comes from the fact that this stitch creates a square which is half filled at the diagonal, creating a triangle. So you see half of the square is filled and half of the square is empty, which creates a very nice lacy texture to this fabric. And if you look at the wrong side of this stitch, you will see that the half filled portion which is there kind of elevates up, creating it a 3D kind of a texture and gives it makes it a very beautiful piece. So I have used a modification of this stitch in my latest design, which is the Juju scarf. I'll put the links to the design in the description box below, so please do go check it out. So let's begin. So for this tutorial, now if you see that the sample here is made with a fingering weight yarn, this is made with the Anchor AKC article 4057 yarn. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be using a DK weight chainette yarn and a 5mm hook. So let's begin. So we're going to begin the stitch with a simple slip knot, and we're going to be working in multiples of 6 plus 2 for this sample. If you want to modify this stitch, you have to work in multiples of 6 and the required number of stitches at the ends. So I'm going to make 26 stitches, that is 24 for multiples of 6 and 2 extra stitches. So I'm going to complete making those 24 stitches and meet you back at the end. So here I have done 26 chains. So now what we're going to do is, from the second chain from the hook, that is, if you see, this is the first chain and this is the second one. So in the second chain from the hook, we are going to do the following set of instructions. So we're going to do 1 SC, so that is 1 single crochet. We're going to chain 3. Now remember, this chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. So we're going to chain 3, so that becomes 1 double crochet, and we're going to create a picot stitch. Now the picot stitch means that we're going to do chain 3 more, and we're going to slip stitch into the first chain that we made. So now if you see that there are 3 chains, that is 1, 2 and 3 chains that we made, we're going to go and slip stitch into the first chain that we made. So I'm going to go into that first chain and I'm just going to slip stitch. So now if you see, this kind of creates like an edge which is called a picot. So we're going to continue now in the same stitch. Now this is the second chain from the hook where we did the first single crochet. In the same chain we're going to do 1 double crochet and picot. Repeat that 4 times into the same stitch. So we're going to do 1 double crochet. So now remember, because we have done this chain 3, the height, because we've done the chain 3 here, the height of this is quite high. So we have to remember and work the DC accordingly and make the DC longer. So now when you insert the hook and pull up for a DC, we will not be making the DC right next to the stitch. We will pull up the loop a little longer to make it equivalent to the chain 3 that we made, and then we're going to complete the DC and then make a picot. So So the picot stitch works again in the same way, that from whatever the base stitch we have, we're going to chain 3 and then slip stitch into the first stitch. But here for this particular stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to chain back, we're going to slip stitch back into the DC and not the first chain. So we insert the hook into the DC and we're going to pull up a loop and slip stitch there, right? So now if you see, we have our chain 3 and picot, we have the DC and the picot. So I'm going to continue doing this. We have to do this 4 times into the same chain. So I'm going to continue doing this. So I did one more DC, chain 3, sorry, and picot in the DC stitch, right? So it helps if you want to twist and hold your work vertically like this instead of horizontally, so that you can pull your stitch up and also be able to go into the DC to complete your picot stitch. Right, sorry. So that's the last one that we're going to do. Then chain 3 and go into that DC, sorry, go into the DC stitch and slip stitch it. Right, so now if you can see, we have done in the second chain from the hook, we've done 1 single crochet, 3 chains and a picot stitch, 1 DC picot stitch 4 times, so that's 1 DC picot stitch, 1 DC picot stitch and 1 DC picot stitch. So all of this happens in the same stitch, right? Now this forms the first cluster. So now this is the cluster of stitches that we have created. So now what we're going to do is we're going to skip the next 5 stitches. So now if you can see, this is the next chain that we have. So we're going to start counting from here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip the next 5 stitches, and in the 6th stitch we're going to continue the same thing. So I'll just count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've skipped these 5 stitches, and in the next chain we're going to make the same cluster again. So we're going to start with a single crochet, and that completes your first cluster, right? So we're going to start with the second one with a single crochet and chain 3. Remember, this chain 3 counts as a DC, and then we're going to do a picot stitch, which is chain 3 again and slip stitch to the first chain that we made, right? Next, we're in the same chain, we're going to make 4 DC and picot stitches together, right? So that's 1 DC. Now remember, again, as I said, you have to pull the DC stitch longer so that the height is maintained and your work is not becoming too tight, right? So we have 1 DC and a picot stitch. So we're doing the picot stitch in the DC stitch and not slip stitching in the first chain, right? So we're gonna do the second DC and slip stitch it to the DC stitch, the third DC, and chain 3 and a picot stitch in the DC stitch. It might come across as a little difficult to do the picot stitch when you're slip stitching it back into the DC, but after a couple of stitches you'll definitely get the hang of how to do it. So you just have to insert the hook into the DC stitch and slip stitch the loop that you have on your hook. So now we've completed the cluster. I have done the single crochet, chain 3, 1 picot, a DC and the second picot, DC and the third picot, DC fourth and DC fifth picot, right? So then we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to skip the next 5 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th stitch we're going to start doing the third cluster, right? So we're going to continue doing the same thing. I'm going to meet you at the end when I finish the 4 clusters that we have, and we will do the next round for this stitch. So now I have reached the end of the cluster. I finished my last cluster with the single crochet, 3 chains and a picot, and 4 DCs with the respective picots. So after this we're going to do the same thing. We're going to skip the next 5 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the last stitch I'm going to do a single crochet and close this cluster. So single crochet and we close the cluster. So don't worry if your clusters are a little crumpled or they're not falling in the proper triangular shape. This will all get sorted out when you block your work. So don't worry about it right now. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on to the next row where we're going to start combining these clusters and completing these squares by joining them together, right? So in the next row what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the work, okay, and I'm going to do 8 chains together, right? So 8 chains which will act as 3 chains will act as 1 DC, and the 5 chains will act as the 5 chains for the cluster, right? So we're going to do 8 chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, right? So now that I've finished those 8 chains, what I'm going to do is I will go into the base of the first picot that I made. So now if you see this cluster, let me just show you this cluster, right? So we have our first picot, right? We have a second picot, we have a third, fourth and the 5th picot, right? So we're going to go into the base of, we're going to skip all of these picots and we're going to go into the base of the last picot. So now if you see, if the base meaning that it's the same chain where you slip stitched the first picot. So now if you see, this is the chain in which, so let's just count, this is chain 1, 2, 3, and that's the chain in which we had slip stitched the first picot. So I'm going to go into the same chain, right, and I'm going to make a single crochet there. Sorry. Right, and I'm going to continue this throughout all the clusters. So I'm going to do chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to skip all the stitches in the middle and I'm going to go to the base of the first picot of the next cluster or the 5th picot of the next cluster if you go it in this direction, and go into that base of the picot and do a single crochet. and continue the same throughout. So 5 chains and single crochet into the base of the picot. It might be a little difficult to insert your hook and put the stitch in there, but then it should be easy as you go along and you do it a couple of times. So 5 chains again and single crochet into the last picot. Right? So now if you see, we've come back when we've closed all those squares and we've completed the squares by joining the 2 clusters together. So now remember that this pattern is a 2-row repeat. So we'll be repeating the first row and the second row alternatively, and we'll keep continuing the same, right? So I'm gonna for the next row I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna chain 1 and I'm gonna single crochet into that first single crochet that we made, right? So single crochet into it and continue the same instructions for making the cluster. So I'm gonna chain 3 and then do a picot, slip stitch back into that 3rd chain, and I'm going to do 4 DC with 1 picot. Alright, so DC double crochet picot 4 times, and you complete that picot inside the double crochet stitch and not into the 3rd chain, right? So we're gonna do that. So 4 DCs, that's the last one. So remember, you have to pull your double crochets to meet the height of the 3 chains that you do at the start of the cluster, so that your work is not compressed or pulled together tight, or it does not warp in. Okay, now I'm going to skip all of these chains here and move on to the next single crochet, and I'm going to single crochet again into that previous single crochet, right? And I've completed another cluster. So I'm going to continue doing this till I reach the end, and I'm going to show you where do we close this row at the end. So now I have finished this last cluster, and as you can see, we don't have a single crochet to put the stitch in. So this is what we're going to do at the end of the row. We're going to count 5 chains. So if you remember clearly that we had done 8 chains here, which was 3 chains equivalent to a DC, and the remaining 5 chains, right? So from the base, I'm going to count 3 chains here. So that's 1, 2 and 3. And in the 3rd chain, I'm going to insert my hook and create a single crochet and end this row, right? So there you have it. We finished the 2nd row. Now, the 3rd row. And now we're going to do the same. We're going to repeat the same instructions for the 2nd row that we did. That we do 8 chains and skip all the picots and do a single crochet in the base of that first picot, and do 5 chains and single crochet in the base of the next, and 5 chains and the next single crochet in the next one, and 5 chains and single crochet in the last picot, right? So that's how we complete that row. So I'm gonna start doing that right now, and I'm gonna meet you at the end of that row to show how we've finished the whole panel, whole swatch, and how it looks, right? So I'll see you at the end of that row. So now I'm at the end of that row and I've done 5 chains. So I'm going to skip all of these picots, and in the last picot I'm going to go and do a single crochet, right? So I'm just going to leave that, and there you have it. We've finished our swatch. So you can keep continuing and repeating alternating rows of row 2 and row 3 and continue it to whatever size you want. So there you have it. You've done your half filled square stitch, and it's a beautiful, it gives a very beautiful texture. And you can check out my design with this stitch. I'll put the link in the description box below. And if you like this tutorial and if you need more tutorials of different stitches, then please do mention it in the comment and subscribe to my channel for further videos. Thank you so much for today. I'll see you again soon. Bye.